Hello Pisces, welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that Nine of Cups. That has got to be the best way to start any reading. This is going to be the best reading ever. I just know it. We're going to do our Dove and Serpent spread. And as I do this, I would also like to say that if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments. Finishing up Path of the Serpent now. Well, I flipped this one over too, so we're going to have to do a bonus card. Now we're going to do our mystery card, which is going to be with the Waite-Smith deck. And we'll just quickly pick one. Alien goes on top, and we're not going to look at that until the very end. Okay. Hopefully that'll tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. So we've got some fire, some earth, a little bit of air, some water, more earth, more earth. We've got some majors. So it's pretty balanced. It's not too bad. I'm really excited about this Nine of Cups. This is the best card ever. To begin a reading like this is truly magical. And we could probably just talk for 20 minutes about this card and we'll call it a day. Okay? You really are you're focused on your happiness right now. You're focused on living a life that is truly meaningful and truly fulfilling. Now, I know I say that probably in every reading, but the Nine of Cups at the very beginning, this is what you're all about right now. You're all about trying to establish physical well-being and happiness, emotional and mental, spiritual well-being. Okay, you're really searching. You're really working hard to create this for your life. This Nine of Cups is the pursuit of happiness, and that's your energy right now. Okay, this is the vibe that you're in, and this is, I think, everything that comes into your life, you are judging against this Nine of Cups. Is it going to contribute to my happiness? Either yes or no. Right? So you're being very discerning. Very discerning. And let's put that over there. What I see also is this Knight of Cups. So I kind of feel like someone's coming into your life. Okay? Not only because we have this Knight of Cups, but because we have this Hermit energy here too. I almost wonder if this Hermit, now look at the overhead and see that if this is kind of representing you a little bit, right? This court card, this water court card. We've got this Hermit energy coming right in your direction. These two are kind of coming, and maybe right now you're the Hermit, and this Knight of Cups is someone that's coming into your life. Either way, these two figures are coming together. It kind of feels to me like this is someone from long, long ago. Someone that maybe left your life, and for years you've just kind of been longing for them, or you've been at least wondering what happened to them, right? That could be like the one that got away. Your true love, the one person that you think about now and again, but has always had a very major place in your heart. I kind of feel like they're coming back in from a lot of wandering out in the wilderness. They found their way kind of home again, right? And I don't know who this person is, but I know that when they come into your life again, you're going to have to kind of judge them or their energy against your Nine of Cups. Is this person going to contribute to my happiness? Yes or no? So it really is now about this discernment in you. You may have the most tender feelings for this person. You really have just kind of been in love with them for years. But in the moment, You got to ask yourself that question. Will they contribute to my happiness? Or is this a distraction from what's really going to make me happy in my life? Okay. The recent past, I see this Two of Discs. I think that you have been consciously making an effort to do this, judging things, valuing things, not being judgmental. That's not what I mean. I mean being discerning and placing a value judgment on things. If they are good for you or not, if they're contributing to your happiness or not. Okay? It's kind of like you have to put things in the yes or no pile. And this is something new for you. I don't think that you've always done this. I think you've kind of been just letting things come into your life and, well, whatever comes to me is meant for me, I guess, right? I think that's led to a lot of disappointment, a lot of failed relationships, a lot of failed activities, a lot of failed, relatively failed, and as they may appear to us, they have failed. But to fail at something that wasn't meant for you, or to fail at something that really wasn't contributing to your happiness, is that really a failure? Or is that kind of a good riddance thing? Do you know what I mean? So I think recently you've started on this practice or this habit of really asking yourself these questions rather than just accepting everything that comes into your life. Now you're starting to say, well, is that really for me? Is that going to contribute to me and my happiness? Now, this isn't a selfish thing. Maybe it sounds selfish, but it's not selfish. Your happiness should be top priority. Even if you have kids, if you have loved ones, if you have pets, which my cat just came down here she thought I was talking about her. We have to make sure that we are healthy and taken care of first before we're in any position to take care of other people. See, she agrees. She knows that even when you're on an airplane, they say put your own oxygen on first so that you can then help other people. But we have to make sure that we're okay. See? It's true. So taking this Nine of Cups and comparing everything to it is a practice that's going to ensure your health, your well-being, your success, your happiness, right? And that's not a selfish thing at all. What I think is selfish is this idea that everything that comes our way is meant for us and we have to accept it and we have to embrace it and do it and go along with it, right? Because that leads to a lot of, I think, mistakes, a lot of errors, a lot of what seems like failures, And I should clarify, I do believe that everything that happens to me, everything I experience, everything that comes to me, let's say, was meant for me. Doesn't mean that it's meant for me to keep it. It's not meant for me to hold on to or fully immerse myself in, but I'm meant to see it. And maybe I'm meant to use my own discernment to decide what to do with this thing. What is the message, right? If a vicious dog comes into my yard, well, yeah, it's meant for me. Does that mean that I have to let it attack me, right? Maybe I could ask myself, maybe not in the moment, maybe later on, what is the message of this vicious dog in my yard? What is the universe trying to tell me? I don't know. But it doesn't mean that I have to just, well, I guess this is my dog now. Maybe that is leading me down a different road to maybe, protect my family. Maybe that is to find the owner or to help the dog in some way or to, just secure my family, really. But whatever the message is, it's deeper than that, But I think that's the idea with this Seven of Pentacles down here beneath everything. And maybe we've been looking at it a little bit incorrectly lately, but not anymore. Two of Discs now, you're starting to differentiate things. You're starting to maybe have that attitude that, yes, everything is meant for me as a message to me, but I have to decide what to do with it. right? That's what the universe is providing for me, is the opportunity to choose. Yes, this vicious dog was meant to come into my yard, but how I react to it, how I respond, what I learn from that, that's up to my discernment. 2 of discs, 9 of cups. Okay. So when this person, which I do think this person's coming back into your life, maybe they're going to be like some Virgo energy. Maybe they're going to be some Virgo energy. I feel like you have to kind of do the same thing. Yes, they're meant to come back into your life, but now you've got to decide which pile to put them in, right? Because what you are ultimately working on is manifesting your fire. And this is happiness for you. This is your creativity, your ambition, your spiritual force and fire, your confidence, your will, the things that you want to accomplish in life, your determination to build your life, to do with your life what you will. This is the 4 of Wands. And you know that, like, this 4 of Wands kind of reminds me of a campfire, like a fire pit, a ring of stones, that you build the fire inside of. We're manifesting that fire temporarily. We're containing it for now, just for the night, right? And it may be gone in the morning, or we may decide to camp for another day. In that case, we'll build the fire back up. But eventually, the fire will go out. We'll put the stones back where we found them, and it'll be like we weren't there. It'll be like that fire was never there, right? You can walk into a forest and think, at some point in history, there was probably fire right here where I'm standing, but it's not here now. So this is to show us the temporary nature, but also the eternal nature of this creative process. Fire is everywhere, omnipresent, omnipotent. It's here in every breath. It's in every atom, right? But we aren't manifesting it at the moment. I've got candles and stuff. But the creative process is very much like that. That creative force and fire is very much like that. And I think that's what you're focused on. Your own manifestation of your creative potential, let's say. This infinite. And speaking of the 4 of Wands in terms of manifesting creativity, this is the 6 of discs. This is manifesting, this is like the physical success that is this is what's left over after this temporary manifestation of the fire, after the fire goes back into the spirit world, right? Wherever fire goes. This is what's left over. So the more times you manifest your fire and then it goes back to wherever, then you manifest it again. That cycle is creating physical abundance and well-being. This is the result of your pursuit of happiness, right? This is what you want. This is how you get it. And this is the result of that work. The physical happiness, the building up your life, building a reputation, building your business, building your bank account, building up your physical body, whatever it is. This is what's left over, right? This is the result. This is what is left behind on the physical plane after the temporary fire. It goes back to wherever it came from. This is what we're kind of creating. This is what is kind of left over, right? So that's the work that you're involved in. So when this maybe Virgo energy person comes back into your life, they're going to have to be kind of judged against all of this other energy, right? You're going to have to decide. Your general energy here now is this Leo type energy. This is the Strength card. This is the type of power, the great responsibility, the great power, right, that you are building up in yourself through this creative process. Through this process of manifesting your fire, of being discerning, of pursuing your happiness, this whole cycle of embracing the things that come into your life, deciding what to do with them, how to manifest, etc. You're really building up this confidence in yourself, this power. The more times you do this, not only are you building up results in the physical world, success, abundance, and all that kind of stuff that's left over, you're also building up in yourself a tremendous capacity to will, right? You're really strengthening your willpower to do more and more of what is going to make you happy. So using that, then we are left with this situation with this Virgo person. Because this card is it's the Eight of Swords. It's in the position of your environment or of your relationship with something in your environment. So this, I think, is your relationship with this Virgo person. And the confusion, the kind of the tension, all the different kind of thoughts and feelings and energies that are going to come up when you meet with this person again. Could be a real tangle of thoughts and emotions that you might not know what to do. So this really is kind of like the final test for you because it's with this air energy, and this is the only air, right? Yeah, this is the only air energy in the spread today, except maybe the mystery card. I don't know, the alien card, the alien factor. We'll start calling it that. This is a lot of mixed thoughts and feelings, a lot of confusion, okay? And this is restricting. This is a state of really not being able to decide. Being so indecisive that we're actually like moving backwards. We're losing progress, right? So this is telling me that it's going to be a difficult thing for you to kind of decide what to do with this person, or with these feelings that arise when this person comes back into your life. It could be that this was the person that you've always been waiting for. So there's going to be some conflicting thoughts and emotions there, right? But we want to make sure that we can be as discerning as possible, and we can look at it from the proper perspective so that we know what to do. And I'm not saying this person's bad for you. No, I'm saying this person's meant to come back into your life, but you're also meant to decide in what capacity they belong in your life, if at all. All right, that's something that for you to decide. There's no indication here one way or the other, really. What I see next is this Four of Discs, though. This is in the position of what you don't want. And this is a couple of things. This is the two-bedroom house, the 2.5 kids, the white picket fence. This is the traditional life, right? Whatever this means and wherever you are, this is the traditional, expected, the kind of cookie-cutter, mass-produced life. This is what you don't want. You don't want just this kind of mundane, routine, domestic thing. You may want a little bit of it in your own style, but this is not what you want. This card also talks about isolation. This also talks about someone who is so focused on the work that they're doing that they are just in their dungeon, in their castle, in their basement, doing this work. They're not going outside. They've lost touch with the outside world. This is too much focus on all of this work that you're doing that you're missing out on all these connections. We don't want that either. So the Four of Discs is a lot of what we don't want. And maybe some of this energy will help you when this Virgo person comes in to decide kind of what the message is, right? Because the universe brought this person here to you. And now it's up to us to decipher that message. What is the universe trying to tell us? What is the universe trying to tell us? The final card is this Tower energy. And this one is maybe interesting because it could be the destruction of this castle, this tower, this isolated dungeon or basement that you might be like stuck in because you're so focused on this work that we're isolating. So maybe this is the breaking free of the restriction, thinking that because we're so focused on this work that I can't have this kind of relationship here, that this is going to be too distracting. This is going to take away from my true will here. So maybe it's the breaking down of those beliefs. Maybe that's the message. Maybe the message is, how well can you incorporate a true love relationship with this intense creative work or this business or whatever this work is that you do? How can you reconcile that? How good are you at blending that together? Is it just either isolation on the one hand, or a boring, mundane, routine domestic life on the other? Are those your only two options? That's what we have to break down. The idea that you can only pick either your work and isolation, or this relationship, but not the work, just completely mundane, routine domestic life. Right? Are those the two options that we've set up for ourselves? And is that part of the message here, that we need to get out of that kind of dualistic thinking? Let's see what the alien card is. Alien card today, I don't know. Maybe some water energy, honestly. We started with water. We have the Knight of Cups there, but then it just kind of, we get taken out of the water, and we start looking at all these other energies. Maybe we need to get back to the water. What does your intuition tell you? What does your heart tell you? Let's see. Interesting. This isn't water, but this is the Lovers. This is technically an air card. But it is about the Lovers. So this is, in some ways, yes, a confirmation that this person is meant for you, and this might be the real deal. Okay? Very exciting. But this card is also, I think, more than that, telling you that the message, part of the reason why this person's back in your life, is to test your ability to be discerning, to choose. And maybe this is transcending that choice. Do you have to choose between your work and your true love? Do you have to choose between a boring domestic life and complete isolation? Or can you have everything that you desire, right? Can you unite yourself? Can you wed yourself to your true love and happiness? Is everything that you want part of this Nine of Cups? Because this is what you're choosing. You're choosing the Nine of Cups. But what is involved with the Nine of Cups? Is it this Virgo person? So this Lover's card is interesting. It's about choice, but it also could literally be about this true love kind of situation, right? So I'm very interested in how this is going to play out for you. I know I probably didn't make it any easier, but hopefully I gave you some things to think about. And I would love to hear from you. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around for that, just click on the link that's right here. I want to thank you again for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you on Dove and Serpent Tarot.